Well, it didn't take long to find really horrible facts on the 1950 census. So I marked this as epic genealogy. I didn't plan on making this because I didn't expect to see something like this on the 1950 census, but this is what we've got. I was real happy to get into the 1950 census because it was finally released after all these years. I figured we're going to break a lot of walls. We're going to find a lot more information. And I mean, within the first few minutes, I found something that's just really disturbing. And unfortunately, these are some things I'll get into. They still go on today. But you don't expect to see it on a 1950 census. You see it on a 1920. But let's get into this here. You know, you can get access to the 1950 census, which is not indexed. Parts of it are, but it's not indexed. It's not searchable. But you can search and go page by page on enumeration districts. So that's certain parts of neighborhoods that they've done so far. So I get to the 1950 census for this part of Brooklyn. I want to see if I can get my family on there. And so they were by the docks. And so this enumeration district is the one that came up first. And for that particular neighborhood. So things were looking pretty good when I was on, when I get to the first page and I get to the second page. And if you're familiar with certain names, like, they just jump out at you. And so here, right in the middle of the page is an Andrew Cataldo. Oh, I've got Cataldo cousins. Maybe they're related. I don't know yet. And this is on the first page. I'm like, this is pretty good. Of course, this is Baltic Avenue by the docks. So there's going to be a lot of Siciliano and Italian. So a lot of my family did live by the docks and were longshoremen. Yeah. Cue the jokes, says Sicilian longshoreman. So no surprise there. It's not until I get almost done. So there's 24 sheets on this part, this enumeration district. And so I get to the second to last one. And so what I notice here is Costantino. They're born in Italy. They're from Italy. And I see DeMeo. Now, there is a Roy DeMeo, who was actually an infamous hitman for the Gambino crime family, but that's a whole other video. So that name just stood out. But then it was actually Gambino above there that I was like, oh wow, look at this. We got Joseph, Gambino, Rose, Rosalia. It looks like two Marys, but I think that they messed it up. It's supposed to be Delia. It's three daughters, and I'm thinking, oh. Excellent. We got a Gambino living by the docks. There's a good chance I got hundreds of Gambinos on my family tree. Some very closely related. So hey, this is pretty good, right? So here, the first enumeration district I'm checking within the first 20-something pages, I find someone who might be from Carini and might be family. So what I need to do is I need to look at the ages, and this is where the problem starts. This is why it's so disturbing. Joseph is 50, his wife is 30. Well, that's not too bad yet. It's kind of, but then you see the age of the first daughter. She's 17.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Mio Dio, 17. 30-year-old women are not supposed to have 17-year-old daughters, and then the other daughter's 15 and then 11. Which, so, yeah, if you're doing the math in your head like I did, 13 years old. This is just wrong. I mean, he was 33 years old marrying a 13-year-old child. This is not right. Now, unfortunately, child marriages are still kind of a thing worldwide. It seems to hopefully be going. I did another video about this where it seems to be trending away from that, but it's still unfortunately a very serious problem in the world. But the 13 reminded me of someone, because I want to also give this some context so you can see just how creepy this is. Jerry Lee Lewis, of course, had his reputation, his career rightfully ruined by the fact that he married his 13-year-old first cousin. It wasn't bad enough that it was a first cousin. No, that wasn't bad enough for Jerry Lee Lewis. No, he married his 13-year-old first cousin who was a child, and very much a child. So there is actually video of this. So I just want to play some of this just so anyone thinking I'm overreacting to how horrible a thing this was to find here on the census. 13 years old, having kids at 13.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, sir. We had a very good reception, sir.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, we had a very nice time, and the people treated us real nice.
Well, the papers reported that you were greeted with silence over there and with catcalls from the audience. Is that right?
Well, I can't agree with them there, sir. Our audience was very nice and very good.
Were you there, Mrs. Lewis?
I was there, but I wasn't at the shows.
Oh, you weren't at the shows? Oh, did you notice anything like that sort of reception?
No, it was a very good reception, I thought.
That's just, I mean, it's very clear. He married a child. That's just wrong. So that's all I really want to talk about here in this particular video, because it's just, it's just creepy. But there is some good information that came in the next enumeration district, which I will do a whole separate video about that for. So that actually has a very good ending, a lot of positive information. And I was able to connect with living relatives that I had found when I had found some information on the next enumeration district. So if you're not already subbed to Epic Genealogy, take a moment to do that. And if you find something disturbing on the 1950 census, hopefully not another child marriage, but leave the information in the comments below. I love to see that.